Boy, oh boy, I hope you were ready for mod time today because it is a big ol' one. 49 mods released today. All platforms, 20 new and 22 updates. To be fair, one of each of those did drop earlier yesterday, however removed, and we got updates today. Also, PC and Mac players got 2 new and 5 updates. As always, we'll start with the new mod list, and then we'll get into checking out each mod. New for all platforms today, we have the new Holland 70 series, John Deere 6R 175 215, Lizard Torpedo, Emily Vortex, Fish Food Factory Small, Pasture with Feeding Table, Sheep and Goats Barn, Universal Pallet Sell Point, Grain Storage and Machinehall, Silage Silo, Portable Car Ramps, Dynamic Deco Animals, which is probably my favorite mod today, Candy Cane Fence, Goldcrest Decoration Pack. The map Panhandle is back, released yesterday, and is back today, so we'll talk about it. New for today, we have Blue Island Forest, Island Kentucky, Sonny Farm, Fields of Tyrone, and the Essarts. And only a couple new ones for PC and Mac players today. We have the Scania Torpedo, same as the Lizard Torpedo truck, and Redfield. Starting off, new ones for all platforms, the New Holland 70 series. This is back again. If you remember my Struggle Bus series back at Farm Sim, I think it was 19 on Valley of the Old Farm, this is the tractor that I used. And I used this exact version too with the front that turns. Oh, it looks so cool. I love it. I love it. I love it. So we have 2 versions. We got the Super Steer and we have the regular 70 series. Things are going to be exactly the same other than the steering at the front. So I go Super Steer. Engines between 170 and 240 horsepower. Wheel branch, you've got Trailer Boy, Michelin, what was that? Nokia. I'm talking too fast. Midas, Continental, BKT, Vedestein, all the things. We've got a US series setup right here, which looks fantastic. Oh man, we also have a narrow twin setup all through there as well. Let's just go the US set. Why not? Brands got New Holland, Ford. Oh yes, Ford is on here. Ford was actually on here with Farming Simulator 22 as well. I don't remember if they made them remove it or not. We'll have to wait and see. We also have the Fiat Agri G240 on there, and the New Holland and Fiat Agri setup as well. We're sticking with Ford. Design, we've got the EU and the US. So there you go. Finally switch that over. GPS, we do have a GPS which can be added. It's going to be found on the back. Beacon lights, yep, got one of those. Attachers, you get a 1600 kg front weight as well as a 3-point. In order to showcase how it moves, we're going to go with that front weight, and then we can do colors as well. Unfortunately, there are no animations on here, but it does sound fantastic. And the way that it turns, actually, I think we have one other New Holland mod as well that does this. Look at that, look at the front, the whole thing changes, the whole thing moves. I find that just so interesting. It's super cool. Handles really well. You can get around corners super easily. I just dig it, dude. I think it looks so cool. And we also have another John Deere 6R. This one's the 175 215. DJ, another John Deere. Yeah, we got a bunch of them at this point. This one is no different, between 223 and 259 horsepower. You've also got a Trelleborg set, Michelin, Continental, Midas, Vedestein, BKT, and a Nokian set. I appreciate that they are in order. Designs EU and US setups. It doesn't seem like a whole lot of changes, but maybe just enough. Panoramic window on the top. Yep, we got that. Warning signs, you can throw those on there as well. Those look a lot better if you've got bigger tires on it. Additionally, you've got the exhaust with a silver set or a black set. Beacons, you got the left, the right, both or nada. Mirrors, you've got painted or plastic looks on there. I like having both of those. I think it's pretty cool. Starfire, of course, you've got a yes on there. I'm not sure which model that is. 7000. So if you need that. Does not have the RTK on it, though. It doesn't look like anyway. Camera, you've got that too. So we got a camera in there. We will take a look and see if that actually is a camera. And then we've got some options for weights on the front, 3-point, or nothing. Front loader options are on there as well. And you do get that grid blocker in the front. And we got animations for IC and mouse control. Just for funsies today, we'll stick it on mouse control. Checking it out, loading it in. Yeah. Yes, we do have a camera on there, and yes, it is required the Mercedes-Benz Trucks DLC. This is listed in the mod description, which I've read about half of, to be fair. A lot of us said I didn't. A lot of the mods, I don't read the entire mod description before I go in, because this is a first look, not a how-to. I'll just usually in the mod showcases, things like that, and anything that's really dedicated to the mod. Otherwise, it's oh, this looks pretty cool. Hey, check this out. This works. Oh, that's awesome. That's kind of how mod videos work. That is a bigger one. I mean, it's a 6Rs, 175 215, so it's not the biggest that we've got in the range, but it's not bad. It kind of fits perfectly between the two that we've got in the base game. We have the 145, 185, and then we have the 230, 250. So those are the two 6Rs that we got. This one's the 175, 215. So fits right perfectly between both of those. Now we got a semi-truck for you, the Lizard Torpedo from Agro Mods. We have two of these today, as a matter of fact. This one, well, there's only one in the pack. Two of them being, we have a Scania version as well. Would be nice to see Scania in Farming Simulator. I think it's about time that we get that as a licensed brand, maybe in a DLC. Who knows? But in the meantime, we got the Lizard. By the way, I will not be showcasing the Scania a little bit later on. We'll talk about it for about 5 seconds. This is that part of the video. Let's talk. So we've got the chassis. We've got the 6x2, a 6x4. Then you got the 6x2 with a little bit of a drop to it, and a 6x4, and then back to it again. Engines between 550 and 13.5. That's a lot. Holy cow. You've also got a couple different setups here. We got Lizard tires in the front and Michelin tires in the back. Wheel setups can be changed up. You've got a couple different things, including the reducer hub and a reducer hub with a cover. You have your cabin setups here. We got a couple designs on there, some Scania looks to them, like the Lizard truck, king of the road. Yeah, that's the one I'm putting on there. Exhaust. Where's my exhaust? Oh, they're down there at the bottom. Look at that. Yeah, I like that they've got them all over the place, including a cutout in the body there at the bottom. They've actually got a specific fender just for that. That's very cool. Protective grid on the front. You've got a couple different things for the grill, including some really cool colored lights. I like it, like it, like it. That. Let's keep it on round, let's see, round white? Nah. Let's change it up. Round blue. Oh, yeah. Lantern bars. So we've got a couple different sets of lights there at the front. Can we do the same thing with these? Let's see. We've got round blue lanterns. How about we go with a red? Yeah, that'll be cool. Bumper bar. You got those as well down there at the very bottom. We'll just stick it with all of the above. Roof lantern bar. You've got those as well. Tell you what, lights all over the place. Hope you like lights. We heard you like lights, so we put some lights on your lights so you can have lights when your lights are on. Yeah. Still a ton more. You've got horns and sidebars, so you can throw those on there. That is very cool. Warning signs. You've got them on the grill 1.0, but they're behind the lights, so you can't see them. And then you can throw them on the roof too, so those are a little bit better. We'll just say on the grill 1.4 because they've also got the lights on the very top. Grill styles, you've got those too. Kind of hard to see, but you're good to go. Bumpers, a couple different setups for there. I like those. And one of the coolest things is we've got our bumper bar down at the very bottom that flows with it. 2 thumbs up. Great job on that. Chassis protection. It is nice to have all of the above, but you could put whatever you want. As you can see, we've got a lot of different things. The chassis protection really changes this truck, I think, more than just about anything. Additional curtains, well, you got those too. Let's flip it back around. Those are going to be on the inside of the truck, not on the outside, but the inside. We're going to go beige with gold because gold everything. At least if Trinidad James tell me anything. We got the glass color clear and dark sun visor. Yep, you got that as well. Let's drop that down to the front. Cabin roof. We got the low and the high. We'll stick with the high. Steering wheel, special steering wheel, sorry. I don't know what makes it special other than we could see it through the tinted glass. And then you've got colors for a couple things, but probably not as much as you would think. Well, I don't know what I was expecting, but that's a lot. And it can drop down. Oh, that's awesome. That is so cool. What an absolute monster of a... Oh my gosh, and the sounds. This thing is fantastic. Oh, goodness gracious. What an absolute monster of a truck. Now, obviously, we could go up and down with the chassis setup in the front. If we go to another one, we've got seats and steering wheel. I assume these are going to be inside. Yeah, you got your seat right there. Moving it forward. So the seat's moving, but the camera is not, which is unfortunate because I think that's what it's meant for, but you've got one view, at least so far. And then you can move the steering wheel around too. We've also got another one, which is going to be windows. We've got the spoiler, which I don't know how that's going. Oh my gosh, it opens. Oh, it's opening slowly, but it does it. Ah, that's so cool. That's so cool. And then back to the suspension again. So those are all the things that you can change. As far as the lights, I'm going to take the blinkies off. So this is option 1. And then 2 is going to be brights, and then 3 is all on. This is so cool. It does have that farming simulator magic whenever it goes between gears. It's got well, I don't want to say too much torque, but it's got a lot of torque at the bottom end of gears and at the top end. The middle's kind of flat, but there's nothing different about this to any of the other mods that we got. It does move around. The cabin moves around quite a bit. My driver inside's pretty straightforward. He should be moving around, but he's not. Let me double check that sensor setting. Ugh. Today, man. I'm just ready to go home. It's very rare that we only get one tool mod in a day, but today is one of those days. We have one tool. It's also rare to get 6 maps in a day, but here we are as well. This is the Emily Vortex from Universe Simu Modding. I'm pretty sure we saw something like this in Farm Sim 22, because I remember using it. At least I think I remember using it. Today's been a long day, so I could be wrong. Nonetheless, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it holds 2 bells, but as we know, you can put as many bells in there as you want. 60 horsepower, and it's a straw blower at the end of the day. That's about it. Placeables time! We have the Fish Food Factory Small, and totally is the first time I'm recording this, not the second. Obviously, you could tell that. I definitely didn't delete the first time I recorded this, and I certainly made sure to have the Highlands Fishing DLC enabled on this game save. This allows you to make food for your fishies, and it also produces it at half the amount, speed, all that good stuff, to the one on the map itself. So that is pretty neat. One of the neat things as well is that fish feed is, I think, pretty easy to code as well, which is kind of neat. But yeah, it's just a little fish food thingy. It looks a little bit different too. Kind of like the look of this one. So I think this is the 3rd or 4th fish food mod that we've gotten. Rock and roll. Next up, the pasture with feeding table. So this is neat because you've actually got like this little area right here in the middle where you can feed the cows, which I think is kind of neat. In here, you can put total of, how many is it? 15 cows, at least the way that I've got it set up. You can place down, you change up the fence a little bit. How do you shut this? You touch that? Oh, you do. Okay, interesting. So 15 cows, the way I've got it set up. You will need water, and we will need food, which is in there. You also need some type of manure, and it comes with its own. But as I mentioned, you can really make this fence as large as you want. Next is our sheep and goats barn. This bad boy right here has got a $60,000 price tag. I know sometimes we don't talk about prices, but hey, we're going to talk about it today. 40 animals in here. This is where your wool is going to spawn. If we jump over, bam! That's where the food goes. You can customize this with solar panels, which I think is pretty cool, so you can make a little bit of extra cash off of it. Always nice to have, especially in the wintertime. Otherwise, that's about it. Now we got a sell point. This is the Universal Pallet sell point, and anything that is defined as a product can be sold here. Basically, this is a sell-all kind of thing, but it is for pallets, it says. And though they're open Monday through Saturday, they're not open today or really ever. Next one is the grain storage and Machinehall. This one is pretty neat. So let's open it up. Boom. Love those doors. Think it's super cool. You've got your setup right here. Press left stick. That's going to turn on your lights no matter where you are in here. Does make it pretty cool, doesn't it? You just walk in, turn them on, and be done with it. Very cool indeed. We have a ladder. No collision. Boo. It is what it is. What you gonna do about it? Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Come over here. We got a door there. Very nice to be able to do that. And we've got what looks to be, let's see if we can get these to work. I'm not getting the trigger. There it is. A little tricky. Now, can we get in the other side of this silo? I don't think so. No. You can change up the color though. So right now I've got it set up for red, but you could do whatever color you want. Let's say boom, and then cream. Yep, there it works. We also have the Silage Silo for $25,000. For some reason, this one did not want to snap together. I was kind of hoping it would, but no dice. It's kind of unfortunate. Nonetheless, here it is. Can we force it to snap? Well, we could put a couple together about right there, and then maybe do the same here. So can we do it? Yes. Should you? I don't know. I think it'll be fine. Next ones are neat, but unfortunately they're not replaceable. I thought that they were. These are the portable car ramps, and we're gonna talk about the ramps. So they don't hardly weigh anything, and we can pick them up and move them around. We do have collision zone here for your vehicles. It does look like it is a flat collision on the top as well, so you're not going to have anything too crazy to worry about for that. And I'm just happy that these are here. You can buy them pretty cheap. Boom, right here they are, 60, 125, and 200. If you're like me, like my grandfather had a set of these, I would probably say they were closer to the small set right here. But it's what we used to use to change the oil in my car when I was younger. So kind of nostalgic for this mod right now. I ain't even gonna lie about it. Little bumper there at the very end so that you guys won't hit yourself, hurt yourself, do anything too wild and crazy or stupid. And that's kind of it, I guess. Oh, you could also take these and fold them up and make a Christmas tree if you painted them green. You're welcome. And did I mention there's a dynamic decoration animals mod that came out today? Don't ask why there's two giraffes on a trailer. My Discord made me do it. I think I lost a bet. These are also not ablazeable. I thought they were. They're right here. You got an alligator, an ape, badger, brown bear, a cat, a K-bot. Just kidding. Chicken, cow, dog, deer, elephant, fox, giraffe. Oh yeah, they make weird noises. Hippo, kangaroo, Komodo dragon, the lion, which is looking away from me right now, as it should. The llama, the meerkat, polar bear, the rhino, saber-toothed tiger, a skunk. Ooh, I can smell it from here. Tiger, wolf, a wolverine, and a zebra that just could not care less. And they make noise. I could be a giraffe for Halloween. It's giraffes in stereo. So, pretty cool. I think it's neat. Very, very interesting indeed. They are strappable down as well. If you needed to know. I'm also curious what they all sound like together. Oh my goodness, they make noise in the mod hub as well. Doesn't make noise. Oh, it's adorable. I think part of that was a bear noise. We so upset. I don't think the hippo was making noise either. Come on, Tina, get some ham. All right. Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't think they all fit. Or maybe they did. I don't know. What do they sound like? Yeah, that's creepy. I think my badger fell over. Hi, bear. What are you doing? Where's my zebra? I think he ran out of room. Oh, there's more back at the back. Go, 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 go. Hi, guys. This is one of the best mods of all time. That's so awesome. We also have the candy cane fence today. I think this one's pretty straightforward about what it is and how it does. We also talked about it in Farm Sim News quite a bit. It's a candy cane, it's fence, and there's only one bit that it can be. But it does look pretty cool, doesn't it? I think that's awesome. Does it glow in the dark? You betcha. And lastly, before we get into the maps, we have the Goldcrest Valley Decoration Pack, also known as Goldcrest Decoration Pack on the mod. We've got a bunch of stuff in here. I don't even think this is everything. I think there was a few things that I just couldn't find. I was going through doing my best, and that's about all I could do. Here you go. We've got from the Maple Council 2008, the year that Giant Software put out their first video game, which was Farming Simulator. Here is our basketball court, although no basketballs to be had. There are a couple mods that have those. We got a shed. Unfortunately, the back is covered. We don't have the openings in the back for those. You've also got this building right here, which should look pretty familiar to you guys. A lot of you put your first tractor under that shed. We got, of course, this guy right here. Unfortunately, no door opening at the bottom. Sadly, maybe in Farm Sim 30 or whatever it's going to be called. And then around, we have our silo, of course. We've got a silo extension, water tower, and kind of back to it again. We also have a couple buildings here, which are placeables. We can go up here. There we go. Can we get in here? We can get in here. Well, I'll be. Alrighty. Cool. There were a few other things, like a wood chip sell point, a straw silo, or straw barn, sorry. Just a couple of things that I really couldn't figure out where in the world they were. So, but there you go, nonetheless, Goldcrest Decoration Pack. All right, now let's talk maps, and we have one from yesterday. This is the Panhandle. It is from Schultz Modding. It was released yesterday, however, there was an issue with one of the required mods, which was removed, and because that required mod, well, this as well. However, we've got an update to that required mod today, which we'll talk about a little bit later, and the map is back. Oh, man. This is a big map, and it's got some big fields on it. So, welcome to the Panhandle. This map is a fictionalization of a real-life area. While this is based on one particular area, they think that the towns and farms could be found all over the Midwest. So, if you're looking for a Midwest U.S. map, this might be what you're looking for. If you got a football field, I think that's pretty cool. From the PDA, we could see many things about the farm map. The whole project. 29 fields, 50 viable areas, 3 farms around the map, and all of the buildings on them can be sold. There are 6 required mods to note about. Custom map template from the Weekend Farmer has been included with some new crops. We also have stubble destruction, seed and harvester calendar has been adjusted. More painting textures added. Cotton and sugarcane are not grown by AI, but you can still do it. They changed the lime texture, plenty of areas to buy and build, and change the animal feeds. Very cool. So let's take a look first at what we've got in crops. If we scrolly boy all the way down, you've got, meadowgrass, I guess, base game. Rye, triticale, spelt, silage base, vetch rye. Yeah, all the ones down here. You can see all of those. It doesn't look like we've got winter wheat, barley, or summer wheat, barley, but you do have all the other stuff in there, so that is pretty cool. Farmlands owned, well, we get a decent chunk, and it is visible to what you can actually do. Bam! You got 14, 16, 17, and 31, which are owned here. And you can also buy, I think it's farmland, was it 48? You could buy all of the road system down here at the very bottom of the map. I think that's pretty cool as well. So you can actually like buy some of these together, plow it up, do whatever you want. I think that's super duper cool. As far as your prices go, farmland number 1 is going to be your big one at $1 million through there. We got 1.1 over here for some big logging areas. However, none of the other fields are even going to touch farmland number 1. That is definitely an end goal. Moving on through the rankings, here are your crop calendar setups here. And of course, we have those adjustments that were mentioned. So you may not need your summer or winter wheat barley, but we do have some new setups for them. So that is very nice. As far as animals go in New Farmer, you've got a cattle pen, 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 and house barn with storage. I said all that correctly. You've also got some pretty cool contracts here. No need to worry about these. You're going to make a lot of money from contracts on this map. And we do have one owned item. We got the BGA 250, but we also have bakery, candy factory, carpentry, cement factory, grain mill, and rope maker, all available in the base setup. And then as far as our equipment for New Farmer mode goes, we're just going to go through all of this very, very quickly. But as you can see, it's a green farm for sure, and we have big equipment. And with big equipment comes big farms. This is your main farm right here in the map, dead center of it. Bam, right there. And as you can see, we've got all of these animal pens throughout here as well. The reason that we've got 7 cattle pens through here, at least I think there's 7 cattle pens. You can see we've got stuff that's been decorated. They've actually used his buildable feedlot, which is the one that I prefer to use if I'm going to be doing any cattle, especially with my Riverbend series. I used it a lot on that. Now, if we swim over, fly over, goodness, what a day it's already been. Believe it or not, I record these maps first after I record the updates, then I record all the mods. Oh, it's only going to get worse from here, and you've probably already heard it. Anyway, here's your other farm. There's that. It did say we had 3 farms. Where's our other one? Looks like this is going to be it right here. Nice, wide open, very cool place to start off with arable as well. So you've got your silos through there. All you need is a couple augers, and you are good to go. Checking out the main town as well. It's a good looking farm. As per usual, here are your required mods, and I do get on to other people. So I got to get on to Schultz a little bit for this one as well, even though he's my buddy. All 6 of the required mods are his. Did say that he did it to keep the size of the map down. I've spoken to other modders as well who say the exact same thing. But still, I know players don't like it. So I had to mention it. Gotta mention it. Here's the one that's quite interesting. Blue Island Forest. By the way, all the rest of these maps did come out today and are still out today. So this is from Mr. T-Bone39, Shitty Boys Map Creations. I actually had a couple maps today. The next one's by them as well. So this is a fictitious island forestry map composed of very dangerous cliffs. Blue Island Forest gets its name from the many blue spruce trees on the map, although they may look green to you. Actually, are they blue? They're turquoise. I didn't know that. They've also done a really good job with the draw distances on here so that they don't cause too much trouble. While the map is mainly forestry, there are a couple fields that are available for farming. There are no placeable areas on the map, so what are you waiting for? Get to work, fell some trees, and make the map yours. Some of the key features of this map include it's a logging map. I'm kidding. They say sawmill production, 4 buyable lands, 2 fields in total of 6 lands. Biomass heating plant is available as well. So here it is. Oh my goodness. This is actually a kind of a neat map, especially for those of you that are wanting to do forestry. I mean, that's pretty cool. So taking a look at these, we have 2 fields that we own, field 1 and field 2. And then from there, you've got 4 farmlands just kind of split up into quadrants around. If you're trying to figure out how in the world to get from like the shop, main farm kind of area, you're actually going to follow the yellow brick road. Now you're going to follow this pathway through here, and then it's going to lead you to a bridge. I wish I could fly faster than this, but this is unfortunately as fast as I could fly in the game. I missed the bridge because I was so far away from it, it wasn't rendering in. But you're going to have to take this bridge all the way over, then all the way back up over the river and through the woods, past Grandma's house, and then you'll find yourself to field 2. Or you could sell it for $1,700. So there's that. Also, they've already harvested it, so it doesn't matter. Pretty cool map. Very, very different from anything that I've seen before, which I think is very cool. Here's your crop calendar. Always important to look through that. No animals in new farmer mode. We have 2 contracts that we could do. You've got a deadwood and a wood transport. We've also got sawmill available to purchase, but not owned by default. And we have a decent amount of equipment as well. As you can see through here, we have quite a few things, including some big machines as well. Stuff that we don't normally get in new farmer mode on logging maps. Super cool that we get like all of this. That's awesome, dude. So the other new map from Mr. T-Bone 39 of Shanty Boys Map Creations is Island, Kentucky. Map's based on a real-life place, has 2 farms, small and big fields to do all kinds of farming and some logging as well. If you just want to kick back into the countryside, you got 2 built farms, 27 farm fields, and 1 forestry area. There you go. Not a whole lot going on. It's a pretty small map as well, 45 megabytes. So there is that. Big field zone here. We have some real interesting ones as well, like farmland number 8 right here. Looks like a hammer. I think that's pretty cool. Nothing too squared off, but we've got some right angles here and there. And then we've also got some pretty hard angles as well. No new crops, so be aware of that. As far as our farmlands we got farmland number 1 down there. We got 27 up here as well. Any more? Bueller? Nope, no more through there. You can buy this whole like forestry area there and this one as well. And the prices for those, not too bad actually. Not bad at all. Flip it around to some crop calendar actions. Here you go. Here's your crop calendar. Doesn't look like much has changed through there. Here are your contracts. We got some good ones in here and they pay a penny. Yeah, they did good. No own productions. We got carpentry and grain mill on the map itself. And then lastly, vehicles. We can take a look at these and we get, again, a decent set of new farmer vehicles. I love seeing that. That's so cool. And as you can see, we have 1 farm right up here. It does say that there's 2, so I'm assuming that this is the second one because the first one is going to be down here. So right through there, that is what you're going to see with this one. They are wide open, so you could do just about whatever you want. And everything's kind of on here and strapped down. I do love how they've got this set up. I think that's pretty neat, man. Pretty neat indeed. And I feel like I haven't done enough flying over this map, so here's just a little bit more of it, just so you can get an idea of how it goes. I think I've already slept in. Yep, I always go to 10 a.m. in the game. Sometimes I'll go to 11, never really 12. But always go to at least 10 a.m. That way you get about 2 hours of movement in, and you can see kind of what's going on. Also, all the way up here, you can kind of get outside the map. Well, almost outside the map. It's got some pretty neat stuff. Definitely some hilly terrain, definitely some flat terrain. Hopefully a little something for everybody. Also, no required mods, just like the previous one. And another new map. Just kidding. This is the 3rd of 6 that we're going to talk about just for all platforms. And there's another one over on PC. Oi, this is Sonny Farm, pronounced sunny, as in sunny, like when it's sunny. Moving on. This American style farm with a big field. Sonny Farm is dedicated to the memory of their grandfather. This is another Shanty Boys map creation with Brennan Gaming and Matt as well. The area of the map is located is in mid-Missouri, using real-world terrain as a template. It's a very simple and easy to navigate map for beginners and seasoned farmers, respectively. The map itself has 1 road, and it gives you the way down here and goes all the way up right about right there. And that is how that goes. You say due to it being their first map, although Shanty Boys are credited in it, they do say that they had some help with it. Very cool though, nonetheless. I like it, and it is very cool to see no required mods. Very rare to have a first-time map creator with no required mods, but they've done it. 15 fields, 1 grass field, 27 farmlands, 2 placeable areas, a cement factory, custom sell everything place, milk silo, gas station, grain mill, oil mill, bakery, restaurant, sell point, carpentry with increased inputs and outputs, sawmill, seed, fertilizer, and lime buying station on the farm. Farm silo holds 50 million liters of crop, and bale pallet storage increased to 500. Yeah. So, of course, there is your PDA. We have no new crops that have been added into it. Here are your farmlands, and we get a lot of it. Yes, sir. I like seeing that. That's very cool. Here is your crop calendar. I know I've kind of through that pretty quick, and I apologize. We also have 50 cattle on the map by default, which is pretty cool. Only one contract active after 2 hours, but there could be more that pop up for you as time goes on. We have 2 different productions and 3 available for purchase. And if we take a look at our vehicles, we get a bunch of them. We have so many different types. Oh yeah, by the way, that's 2 trucks right there. I don't know if you see the thing moving. You got 2 semi trucks, which is extremely rare. You've also got 2 8Rs, 2 9Rs, 2 of everything, dude. It is 2 of everything. Here's one of our areas right here. And if we kind of sneaky peek in here, you can see, holy cow, all the stuff. Moving on to map number 5. We got Fields of Tyrone from FS Landscaping. Very, very happy to see this map finally out for you guys. It's a fictional map based in a real location in rural Tyrone, Northern Ireland. Map's got 6 farms, 174 fields, 15 sell points, small piece of land for a farm build if you guys want to do that. We also have a large empty land section with 3 large areas for contracts available. Northern Irish climate and temperatures, and Northern Irish number plates as well. Super duper cool. We talked about this one a little while ago in Farm Sim News, but I feel like it's been a bit since we talked about it, and it's just because it's been going through testing, and it is finally here. You may also notice there's a lot of grass fields as well, because that's what you're going to be seeing up in this area. There are some other things in here, though. Of course, we do have other fields with other stuff in them, and you can plant what you want, of course, so you don't have to have a bunch of grass if you don't want it. This is going to be our area right up here. Farmlands, very easy to see on this map. I appreciate the modder for putting in the work to make sure that these are very, very visible. As you can see, plenty of goodies through there. We do have a couple little extra spots here too, as far as owned items. And then when we get into this 145, we also get a few other bits and bobs as well. Now, you do get some of this other stuff, do we? No, we don't. It's just 145. I apologize. 176 has got these extra bits and bobs to it. So plenty of other farmland stuff up through there. It does look like we have one field that is ready for harvest. Barley field by the looks of it. Very nice. And here is our main farm. Now, if you remember, I think it was over the summer, maybe into the early autumn, in real life, we were talking about all this with Farm Sim News. There are quite a few fields around, quite a few farms around. Lots of goodies. I love farming in this area of the world anyway, so it's kind of like right up my alley. A lot of the stuff that FS Landscaping does, I really enjoy, but I know a lot of you guys watching an American YouTuber like seeing American mods, so there is that as well, and I understand it. Here is your crop calendar if you guys want to take a look at it. Do we have multiple? Yeah, we do have multiple planting and harvesting setups for the barley. That's cool. I like that. On to animals, at least in New Farmer, we have the Potter cattle shed. We also have plenty of mowing to do and tedding and bell wrapping, as you would expect. No owned productions, but we do have bakery, grain mill, and oil mill, so we do have plenty of stuff to go through there. And if we pop around and take a look at our vehicles, we have a lot of equipment in starting farmer. Oh my goodness, going through it. Let's go. That is a good amount of stuff. And as usual, the best part, no required mods. And your last new map today for all platforms, the Essarts. Welcome to Les Essarts. The original map set in mid-mountains. Although I don't know which mid-mountains they are. It's a European map. That's about all I know. And by the looks of the required mods, it could be somewhere between France, Germany, Italy. I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. Just a European setup in general. You've got purchasable woodland valleys. As you've been able to see, we have lots of logging areas on here. So I hope that you like logging, because you're probably going to have to do a lot of it, or at the very least, I hope you like trees. So there is that. But of course, you can do just about whatever you want, and all is good to go. So that is very nice. Now, do we have any new crops? No, we do not. Farmlands that we own. Well, we've got farmland number 6. We can go ahead and start with some logging, so that's pretty sweet. And we have farmland number 1 right here as well. Now, do we have any other, like, fields? I don't believe so. Maybe I'm missing it. If I am, please let me know. Call me out and tell me I'm blind. But yeah, I don't see any. Here is your crop calendar. I don't believe anything's been changed off of that. We got a cow pasture, cow stalling, and chicken coop. No cows allowed in the last one, of course. We also have plenty of contracts, which is very, very nice. We have one owned greenhouse, and then we have a dairy you could buy as well, but nothing else on the map. So if you want anything else, you'll have to put it down and take a look at the vehicles. It is only one page worth of vehicles, so nothing too wild and crazy. Through here, pretty straightforward starting equipment. Now, why that map needs 8 required mods, I will never know. However, here they are. Updates, mod updates, update time. Let's talk about the John Deere Series 7010. So this was updated to version 1.3. However, if you notice, 1.3 ain't in here. I don't know what was updated. Update time, yeah. But we do have one for the Valtra S Serie, so this will be version 1002. They do say number of mirrors on PC must be at least 5. I can't remember if you can set the number of mirrors on console or not, but PC players be aware of that. Also, mod description increased and cameras from Alex installed. Next up, the CLAAS LEXION 8950-300. Surprise! One of my favorite combine harvesters in the game. This will be version 1.1. The added deflector spreaded with the chaff spreader. Straw management configuration. We also have adjusted warning signs on the EU version. Added brake light to the 7XL pipe for the EU version. Added reverse lights. Added side indicators. And adjusted the materials. And the only other vehicle update today, ROPA Tiger 6S Premium version 102. They've added camera mirror functionality, which requires MB Trucks DLC. Added real GPS, IC. Also added onion crop for support for Highlands Fishy DLC. More realistic sounds throughout the combine. Does that say combine? Yeah, it does say combine. The harvester itself. They've added rim painting separate from the painting of the entire wheel. They also added configuration for selected beacon lights, added config for window tint, and added all displays in the cabin, which have been fixed. Added that? No, all of them. Moving on. We do have some more, though. The tow trailer was updated with version 1001. They've added 3 distinct configurations: flatbed, 2,500, and 6,000 liter capacity. Added a jockey wheel and added color configs. The Krampe Dolly 10L. Crampy? I don't know. 10L version 1.1. Added continental tires in various configurations. Fixed the minor XML errors and adapted to last patch. Terradisc 10,001T. They fixed issues with tire tracks behind the harrow. And the Krone ActiveMow Pack 1002. They hot fixed an issue with the mower would turn off when lifting. Now let's talk updates. This is the update that released super early this morning, the central ethanol and feed from Schultz Modding and Jason Shepard. This will be version 1002, hotfix to increase the compatibility with mod maps. This was one of the required mods for his map from yesterday, as we mentioned earlier in the video. However, it was removed. Well, it is fixed and ready to go. From Made Up Mining, the Modernized flour mill. If you watch Farm Some News, you already knew about this one. 1.5 added improved harvesting machines and pallets, increased the spawn height of pallets, and added carrot flour recipe. Feret capstall 101 fixed issue where the water was not being consumed and reduced the maximum support at straw volume. Hoermann Animals Pack 1.1 fixed visuals on pigs and sheep pens, increased capacity, fixed the pig pen fence direction, and realigned the straw. Straighten the straw? Well, they realigned it. Is it straightened? I don't know. Slurry and manure icons and triggers as well. Medium cow barn 1001. Manure now spawns just outside of the barn. And customized fence cow barn 1001. Manure spawns in the barn. A mod description updated and XML changes. Couple silos. We have the outdoor silos 1001. They've added compost silo, and the compost silo only works with the compost production pack. Weighingstation mod description version updated and visual adjustments to the simple scale. Lorraine Cooperative. They fixed the operation of the weighing station. Storage shed. The mod desk has been updated. The snow fix coming through the roof and clip distance is fixed. Farm decoration pack 1001. New objects been added, 33 in total, and mod description increased. And Buildings of Norway, only released a couple days ago, version 1001. Some collisions on the set, that first one. I don't know. Zoom in. I don't know how to say that word. They also fixed missing flag can be sold. They also have the fixed missing collision on the church building, added missing wardrobe trigger markers, fixed the missing pallet cell trigger at the Joker, fixed the missing hotspot icon at Joker, and fixed the wrong trigger type on various barns. Now, last updates for all platforms. We get a couple map updates. First is the Palatinate Forest version 1003. A new save game is required for this. To fix lure error when mulching, removed 500 duplicate trees, replaced the textures, minor visuals, and performance improvements. Ooh, I need performance with my words today. Also, replace the environment XML, added collisions to objects, cycles per hour increased at the large sawmill, PDA replaced, and start vehicles expended. Lastly, we have Bearhaven. This is the map that's got the boat on it and the tuna fishing. You will need a new save game for this one. It is required. It's actually a little bit higher up than where we're at right now. So they removed the wildflower grass, which frees up 162 slots on consoles, added more ground painting types, added customized Bearhaven license plates, removed the chickens roaming around the water tower. The main farm is now sellable. Removed tuna fish because being able to sold on the land at the animal, being able to be sold at the land animal dealer. There's that. Also added Bearhaven Tuna Exports cargo ship to sell tuna fish at sleeping hammock building is now sellable. Updated the hidden cave and added a second entrance. Ooh. Added more breakable rocks around the island. They also resized the island bridge leading to the farm. The environment's been adjusted with temperatures adjusted. Boy, what a day. If you missed the video from earlier, I'm still a little irritated. We'll talk about it. Also, will not snow in the winter. Twisters can happen in any season. Hey-oh. I also fixed the tiny tugboat from unloading diesel and unloading fishing pallets of tuna fish and added swimming tuna around the fishing areas. Very cool map. Very interesting. It's super different from anything else on the mod up. If you're looking for something, you're just like, you know what? I'm just curious. I think this would be a really cool like Friday night or Saturday night kind of thing if you're looking to just kind of play around and screw around, or maybe you want to have a multiplayer with friends. You're not going to be doing a lot of farming, but you can do a lot of exploring. And so there's that. Now jumping over to new ones for PC and Mac players, we have that semi-truck, the Scania Torpedo. Just like the Lizard Torpedo, all of your options and specs are exactly the same. All it does is say Scania on the front of it. So, as I mentioned, go back and rewatch that whole section if you're curious what this one's got other than the Scania badge. All right, and lastly, today we have the Redfield map. This is a European map. However, Redfield, I don't know if that's the translation or not. I don't know. The map's called this.
Красная Поляна.
Which in English is
Krasnaya Polyana.
Yeah, all right. It is based in the Ural Mountains, which are in Russia. Kind of forms borders between quite a few different things. As you can see, it's kind of a low and boring map, to be fair. It just kind of is what it is. You got a little town area to the top left, and then everything else is kind of like fields. At least that's the way I feel they are. You've also got some rounded edges on everything, so no hard angles on any of the fields, at least that I could find, which is kind of cool. I don't know, kind of like that. As far as all of your other stuff, and nothing new. Farmlands. You got a square there and a square here. I didn't think the farmlands would be squared up, but I guess they would be if the final shape is square. Makes sense. Yeah, nothing really going on, to be fair, through there. As far as our crop calendar, I don't expect to see anything different through there. We do have a shed with a pig pasture and a cow barn. Very nice. Here are your contracts. We do have some big ones, so that is very cool. I like to see that. No production chains whatsoever on the map itself. And we'll take a look at vehicles. We have a little bit more than a page worth of vehicles through here. Smaller stuff, but, you know, not a whole lot going on with all of that. And finally, we've reached the end of all the maps. I recorded every single map in order today, so I've had to do 7 maps in a row. I think it's taken me like an hour and a half to do all the maps. Oh boy. Moving on. JK, we can't. There are some required mods. By some, I mean 7. I don't know where they were, but there's 7. Now, lastly, today, let's talk updates for PC Mac players. Got you upgrade your factory version 1.1. They've updated the save game data stored for flexibility and compatibility with other mods, and they've added a feature to scale loading station discharge speed based on the upgrade level. That's awesome. In case of any problems with the mod, you can contact them on Discord. It is Lysic V1. Super duper awesome, super duper cool. One of my favorite mods that's been released so far. Check it out. Another update, the quick camera. Well, unfortunately, the screenshots aren't very quick for some reason. Nonetheless, this one is going to be version 2.1. So a bug fix for quick feet, snap left-right actions to not affect game's default player look, left-right actions, and multiplayer fix for change direction and then delay flip camera. We also have the Galonnier GG21 version 1001 texture correction, animal package vanilla edition version 1021 adjusted the food consumption for all animals. Sheep, goats, and chickens now produce manure. Feed cattle glitch out of NAV meshes. Remove the ability for male animals to reproduce on their own. That sounds weird to say out loud. They also added sounds for goats, added partial support for Highlands fishing expansion, added Russian and Ukrainian translations, added ear tags for the pigs, added red Holstein cattle as a standalone breed, minor optical tweaks for various animals, added the possibility to optically raise fill types if needed. That's pretty cool. Optically, automatically. Why did I say optically? And due to the way that they've set up the fill types when playing a new farmer mode on Kinlac, you will start without any sheep in your pens. Be aware of that. And lastly today, we have Lipka Wielka with very slow loading screenshots here as well. This will be version 1101. They fixed the grass, mowing in the field. And that's it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Hope you enjoyed this one. Drop a like if you did. Get subscribed if you're new. And join the Go Ham fam. Double check your notifications that way you never miss videos like this one. If you missed it, we got a mod preview of ICA's new Barnum Extended this morning, super early, and I released a important news video. If you like to know what's going on with Giant Software and mod testing over the Christmas break, you can definitely check that out. And we also talked about some firings that have been going on, and hopefully get some information out to you guys, so at least you know what's up. Nonetheless, have an awesome day. We'll see you in the next one.